Woo-wee. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know. I need to take a second. I'm having a hard time over here, y'all. I was wondering what the eclipse energy was going to be, and sure enough, I got wind that the matriarchs of the family are coming this weekend, and every fiber of my being wants to just dump every penny I have into getting a car, picking up my kids, and getting the fuck away from all of these psychotic, gaslighting people. I don't want them relying on these people. Not after what they've done. It's and they're gaslighting them to death. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's gonna be a crazy energy. I'm just gonna ride it out. I'm not gonna go and engage with anybody. I won't be going and playing the Jester, Sagittarius. It's my Sagittarian moon coming out. Sagittarius can be mean in a very interesting way. 10. And Uranus. I've always said too, the greatest punishment, and this is kind of funny because, I don't know, maybe I am a bit of a narcissist here too, but my Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm an Aries Sun, Leo Moon, Sagittarius, or Sagittarius Moon, Leo Rising. And I found what tends to hurt people the most is when I just remove my energy altogether from them. When I stop giving them attention. When I stop coming and playing the court gesture. Right? It's been my big thing that I realized over the years of dealing with, all of this. It's like, I love it when I can be someplace and I can be in my extroverted energy and I can have fun and I can laugh and I can, dance and everything else and not have to worry about anything. I love being in that energy. But the minute I realize that I'm just being brought around to be entertainment for people, it's like, oh, you need to bring Amanda. She's so fun. No. Moon, Harvest, Star. It's kind of sad because, this is what it is. Sometimes we just go through shit in life that inevitably changes us, right? It's like, what? I'm not gonna go and repeat the same 10 fucking stories we've been repeating for the last fucking 30 years of my life, right? I don't want to go and talk about how we used to be and what we used to do and pretend like any of that still is fucking relevant after all the shit people in my family have done to each other. I'm just not. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we didn't have an agreement to rent to own a house from you, and after 19 years and $140,000, you evicted us because COVID hurt your bottom line. Because the 2008 crash, affected you. It's just is what it is. It just is what it is. Oh, let me get a shadow card here. Listen, I feel bad for anybody who grew up in a family system that is just generation after generation of narcissism, right? And it's sad because that's how that works. That's how it works. And it's sad, especially with my mother's family, because it's like mental illness runs through that family so hard. Dyslexia, all kinds of issues, autism, all that runs through that family, and the level of gaslighting and pretending like it doesn't exist and just forgetting that it doesn't exist, and it's really, really insane. And here we are, we got the cliche, and we've got the elderly woman. Here we go. Jealous. The story of Snow White is the story of the what is it called? Not degeneration. Collapse. The story of Snow White is about the collapse of the narcissist. It's a collapsed narcissist. It's a woman who's getting old, and she becomes jealous of the younger females in her family. Right? She's mad at the younger females in her family. She doesn't want the younger females in her family having any contact with usually the masculine. It would be either like, in my family's case, my mother, she doesn't like me getting close to my grandfather. If I try to talk to my grandfather, she will come and talk over me. If I try to talk, like yes, yeah, if I talk to my grandfather, she has to run in and act like he can't hear me, so she must repeat everything. And it kind of she has to stand in between me and any masculine men in my family. It's kind of crazy, right? It's not something that you can point out to them. They don't see it. They don't see it, and if you try to point it out, they will gaslight you to hell and ruin your fucking life. Yeah. But she's like that because my grandmother was like that. My grandmother's like that because she was raised by a narcissist. And it's just this never-ending cycle of that. By all accounts, her mother was a very sweet person, but her father, my grandmother's father, was horrible. He was, from what I've learned of my own family history, he was the original big baddie, like, that anybody can remember. He was an alcoholic. He was abusive physically to my grandmother and verbally. And he was horribly, horribly abusive to my grandmother and her sister, right? And he left irreparable damage on them. Like, you know, nobody wants to talk about how Aunt Barbara wouldn't come out from under a table for like 2 days. You know, nobody wants to talk about how Nanny has like severe OCD and all kinds of weird fucking issues and anxiety attacks and flies off the fucking handle, beat the crap out of me when I was little and did kind of some horrific shit when I talk about it. I'm one of those kids, and I'm sure like there's going to be somebody who can relate to me with this, where you tell a childhood story and sometimes you think it's funny, and then when you're done saying it, you look around and like the look on everybody's face is like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you're like, oh no, well it wasn't that bad, because you're so gaslit from such a young age in these situations. You're so gaslit that the abuse is something normal, that it's funny to be bullied by your own family, you know? Oh, ha, 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 ha. I used to think that your sister used to pinch you in the crib. Oh, ha, 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 yeah. Crazy shit. Just crazy shit, right? There's definitely that energy of, and with fated to suffer, it's like, it really comes down to Snow White wasn't fated to suffer. It was the energy of surviving that situation with those levels of abuse, right? Now, I'm saying that Snow White should definitely learn her lesson. And I mean, if you've already bitten an apple and been poisoned by somebody, then you should not accept gifts from them anymore, right? But the whole situation is contracted to lead you to where you're meant to be. Without the whole story, without being chased out of her castle and hunted by the huntsman, without the witch showing up and poisoning her, without all these seemingly horrible things that happened to her, Snow White was never the one fated to suffer. Like, she was in a sense, but the reward was greater. It was coming through the suffering, and that's a very religious tale, right? It's going through suffering for the rewards of it later, right? And just dealing with, you know, life has suffering moments in it. And Snow White was put on her path, right? She would have never gotten her happily ever after if all of this hadn't have happened. We got rainbow blessings here, right? This comes along with that message of the rainbows come after the storm. And it gets the energy of the storm's not quite over yet. The storm's not quite over. It's still a little rainy. You can just see the sun starting to break out. I think Mercury retrograde ends on the 21st. Alright. We got book. Ten of Pentacles, the Grimoire. I like that. We got the whole story tale here. 26. 26, the books, Secrets, Studies, and Knowledge. Here is the book of all the tales of all the people of the world. Fairy tales have been told, person to person, tribe to tribe, and family to family for as long as we can remember. This is the universal teachings of the method of the world. Read a fairy tale and learn knowledge of a people. Here you see the quintessential grimoire of the magic worker. Research, secrets, and investigations are a message of this book. When you crack the cover, you will find a treasury of magic, mysteries, and more. We've chosen to honor the Grimm brothers in our spelling of grimoire like they did. You will find that research is called for if this card falls close to your question. There may be secrets yet to be revealed. The symbol flows out of the book, but you can grasp them, or can you grasp them, or will they just float away? These hidden pages is wisdom you seek, knowledge you yearn. And when the book opens in your spread, you know that you may not have all the facts yet, but things are coming. Secrets will reveal themselves. Become a student of your own life so that you are prepared to receive the information. The book can also indicate material success that comes from acquiring knowledge. All right. I don't know, I'm just getting a strong energy of, someone offered something that might have ended up not being what it was supposed to be, but the universe is saying that there's more blessings coming your way. That wasn't the blessing, right? 1133 there. That wasn't the blessing you were going for, right? It's like you don't even realize, but we unshackled you from something. We unshackled you from this toxic person. We were able to remove this toxicity from your life, right? Get that whole big message of sometimes storms come to clear your path. Sometimes storms come to clear your path. I gotta focus on masculine here on the 4D. Oh, 5D2. Alrighty. Oh my God. Alright, there is a lot of lies and deceptions on the 3D. There just really is. There's just a shit ton of lies and deceptions. There's something about some sort of union here. What do we got? 4 of Wands is different than this one. It says completion. There's been some sort of completion of a cycle for sure. Right? Some sort of secrets. I get some secrets about some shit have been discovered. Right? Some secrets about whatever this is going on here. It's definitely this energy. A lot of conflict, right? But there is a victory here. And this is right under the 6 of Pentacles, which says success on it on the 40. There's a victory happening here. There's definitely been some lies and deceit, some sort of secret. I get some sort of secret knowledge with the grimoire and everything that's in here. There's more to be had, for sure. But whatever secrets are being discovered is definitely causing some conflicts here. It's kind of got somebody wanting to make that leap, right? Someone has gained... This is magic for Pentacles. No? Opportunity. Someone's definitely taking a leap. There's definitely an energy, right? There's definitely some opportunities coming in here, some sort of movement. This King of Pentacles is wanting to take control over some sort of situation, right? There's some sort of rite of passage here. Whatever's causing this conflict is this person wants to make a move towards something. This person thinking about wanting to make a move, like I said, they're sciencing it out, they're figuring it out, they're learning some sort of knowledge, they're figuring out the patterns, the repeating patterns, the storylines, right? And I try to explain this, and I know I talk a lot about my own life, and that's just the only place that I really have any place to report from, right? I lived in a very isolated world. Like, I didn't even realize it till I was older, but yeah, I really, really did live in severe isolation to my family. We did not meet people outside of the family. Like, it's like, and I take it as a point of pride that, like, I still have my same best friend from when I was 13 and from when I was in the 2nd grade, and it's like, really, it's because my family entrapped me and entrenched me so much into the family first narcissistic family structure that we don't meet anybody outside of the family. We just don't. We don't. I mean, even when it comes down to when we moved, like I said, when we moved to South Carolina, yeah, everybody we met. Very weird. It's very weird. It's very hard. And anybody who marries into the family is like swallowed up by my family. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I get this energy is definitely right. There's a Fool. That's part of the Fool card too. It's kind of recognizing these types of situations, right? And you got the two sides. You got this side wants to eat you. This side's like scratching at your backpack, trying to steal what you got. And there's this energy of taking a leap towards a new energy, right? Taking control, manifesting your own magic, figuring it out, right? And wanting to make a move. And there's a lot of success that's getting ready to come from this. Right, there's a huge tower that's going down or has gone down, right? Probably has something to do with money here, but there's definitely some messages about money, some messages about an opportunity coming in. There's definitely there's definitely an energy of fear. Someone's scared, right? Something seems too good to be true, seems like an illusion. Whatever this is causing a lot of anxiety, right? Why is it causing anxiety? Because you think about, you're thinking about something that's happened in the past, right? I'm getting that the past is giving you, I don't know who needs to hear this, but yes, it is very hard. And the reason it is so hard, and you know, I put all these cards down, I got the Fool sitting here looking at me. It's like, it's hard to take a leap on your own. It's hard to get away from these toxic type structures, right? And part of you, because you were so gaslit into thinking whatever it was wonderful. Remember, when you were a child, you were very easily impressionable, and you probably just were not paying attention to all the subtle signs and clues, you know, and you erase stuff. You just try to etch-a-sketch it so you don't remember it, you don't see it, right? But the reason there's so much anxiety here, and this is what I'm picking up at, is it's like you want to be able to get back to some sort of grand memory. You want to get back to the illusion of perfection. You want to get back to these things, and it's like it was never really real to begin with, right? And that's the anxiety. It was like, oh, well, you know, yeah. Got 9 of Cups here at the bottom, so just remember this. This reading is all about leading towards your wish fulfillments. The 9 of Cups is all about your personal wish fulfillments. It's what you really want out of the world, not the role that you're supposed to be playing for other people. Divine Feminines. Yes. Yes, you have a deep understanding of what's going on, right? You operate from a genuine heart-based center, not the illusion of a heart-based center, not the narcissistic love bombing. I'm so wonderful because I'm so giving and caring, but they're really not. Everything they have is a fucking motive, right? No, you're a genuine empress. Everything you do comes from a heart-based center, right? And the world is definitely giving you this opportunity to break the cycle, right? It's giving you the opportunity to break the cycle, right? It's like whatever it is, get the energy right. It's like what you learn all these lessons from 20 to 30, and then it's like then you learn more lessons from 30 to 40, and it's like each time you come up to these precipices, it's the universe giving you an opportunity. What you can break free of whatever this is, right? We got the lion for strength down there, and then you also got the stubbornness of the bull. It's up to you to break free or re-engage. Three of Wands, there's an opportunity getting ready to come in to break you free. There it is. Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, right? It's this strength. Something's coming in that's going to help you break free, give you strength. Yeah, there's definitely the energy of getting ready to take a journey here. Hermit mode. Someone's taking the time to do some deep introspection. Yeah, the universe is calling you, right? They're calling you to get away from these toxic, draining connections. Because they are. These people are energy vampires, right? And it doesn't matter what you do. When you're dealing with these kind of people, it doesn't matter what you do. They're energy vampires. Whether you go in and you play the role, they're going to be extremely draining to you. Whether you go in and fight them, they're going to be extremely draining to you, right? There's an energy here of like, yeah, getting away from it, keeping your distance, right? And letting justice play itself out, right? Big call to standing on your core values, right? No, do not allow them to gaslight you again. Do not allow them to convince you that what they did wasn't the shittiest thing you could fucking do to people. Do not allow these people to gaslight you anymore, for sure. Stay persistent in your reality, right? Especially if you're the kind of person who's dealt with the situations where you've had to screenshot conversations to hold on to them so that you don't forget that they happen, or that they can't change the conversation later. You have videos of things that happen, or you have a journal that you've been having to keep, right? Yeah, shit. Even in my family, you couldn't keep a journal. Like, they would be in it. They would be in it. I can guarantee the narcissists in my family still watch this. Still watch me. I wouldn't doubt that my psychotic uncle stalks all my social media profiles. I wouldn't doubt it. It wouldn't surprise me at all, right? 2233. Right? Don't forget. Don't forget. You stay strong. Right? You stay strong. Infamous words of Joe Dirt. Shit'll buff out. There's definitely coming in here, right? There's definitely a focus. There's this setting of an example, right? It's setting a good example for the people that do watch you, that do believe in you, that do trust you, right? It's like, don't become the monsters just because you grew up in a world of monsters, right? Is really the energy I'm picking up right now. It's like, you don't have to be a monster just because you lived with monsters. Eight of Wands, there's an opportunity coming in that's going to help you get out of whatever the situation, or at least gain some distance from it, right? I like how that evil eye is behind there, right? You got 10 of coins. Get the Queen of Cups. I got the Three of Swords here. Like that little spider we got on it. There's definitely an energy of either wealth or major opportunity coming in here, right? Luck for moving through your heart-based center, things of that nature. There's definitely that energy of someone trying to be involved, that third party, right? That spider energy, that web, that sticky web. Be careful, because when you deal with these type of people, and when you live in these type of narcissistic family structures, these spiders learn how to become spiders, right? These are the monsters you're dealing with, right? They're spiders. And what do spiders do? They make webs, right? They either try to make a web in the air to catch things as they try to fly, right? Destroy them before they can take off. Or they make trapdoors. They jump up and ambush you, right? This is the energy of the third party of this spider web that I'm getting here. There's definitely a call to make sure that you keep yourself balanced. Interesting. They usually have 2 cups. In this case, she's got a pitcher and a cup here. There's definitely an energy of keeping your wits about you, though. You don't want to numb your wit. King of Cups. There's definitely a masculine here who has a lot of compassion for whatever's happening in this situation. This person could be seeing what's going on. Look how he's got that angel wing on his neck. Hangman. I really just get the energy. Right, because he's right over her. And he's like watching her. And I get the energy like he's watched her in this spider web, right? Right, and he's been sitting back paying attention to what's going on here in that hangman's position. It's the kind of energy where they recognize, you know, something similar, either with themselves or whatever. You remind them of somebody, right? And they're just watching the situation. And this person, right, this King of Cups, he's got this compassion. He sees it, I get differently, from a different perspective than what other people are seeing it as. They see you. 5 of Cups, 7 of Coins, 5 of Wands, the Sun, 2 of Coins. Like I said, you're dealing with a lot of past energies here, past failures, a lot of crying, right, going on here. There's definitely the energy of, I always say, reaping what one sows, and I got with this card, it's like time comes for us, the time comes for us all. There's definitely been the energy of people have been 5 of Wands around you. They have been crabs in a bucket. They have sabotaged you. They didn't give a fuck, right? These could be people from your past that just wanted to beat you down. And the only reason they want to beat you down and keep you in the shadows is so that they can feel better for themselves. The more of a failure, the 5 of Wands people, the more of a failure you are, the better they feel about themselves. The higher they can elevate themselves, right? And if they get stuck, they'll try to lower people around them so they could feel like they're still elevating. And it's like, no, you're just a shitty fucking person. And that's what's coming out into the sun. It's like, no, you're just a materialistic, narcissistic, bougie bitch. Like, you're not a nice person. You've been the illusion of being a nice person, but genuinely, everything you do has an ulterior motive of trying to elevate yourself over other people, right? And keeping people down so that you can feel more elevated, right? It's just bedded in the system there. And I mean, and I talk about, like, you know, everything's a fractal patterning. And you just want to zoom out on that. It's kind of like people being mad. And and what was it? They made this sign, and it was like, why is Narcan free and insulin not? And it's like, why do you, what does one drug have to do with the other? Why can't it just be, why isn't insulin free? Why isn't insulin free? Why isn't medications that are needed more readily acceptable, right? Why do you have to punish somebody in order to feel like you're achieving something, right? It's like those grandstanders in Hollywood. Thanks for all the little people I had to step on to get where I am. Why? Why is your success should not be measured on the failure of other people? That's a problem that comes up in sports. It's like, oh, I'm number 1, I won the race. It's like, they're not, and the person's not actually proud that they won themselves. They just wanted to beat the other people, right? You see the difference in the mindset? You weren't trying to win to be the best version of yourself, to be the fastest version of yourself. You weren't trying to prove something to yourself. Your whole motivation was just beating other people, right? And your joy comes from watching the pain. It's kind of sick. I got Three of Coins. Three of Coins and Three of Cups on either side of the Lovers. There's definitely some sort of strong connection that's been going on here. There's a lot of anxiety with it, right? And I like the way that that cross hatches over the eyes. I get that there's a lot that's still secret. It could cause a lot of anxiety. This person could have been through something very similar to you as well. Definitely getting the energy. There could be a lot of celebration. And what's nice is I'm not getting that lust energy. You get that Three of Cups celebrating energy. You get that Three of Coins building the foundation, getting ready to build a home energy here, right? The only thing is we got this Nine of Swords, right? There's a lot of anxiety. We got Ten of Cups, Eight of Cups, Ace of Swords. I get that the energy is, it's like that peace and harmony type of energy, right? Can only be achieved when you actually take the strength and you actually make the energy to move on from certain situations. I'm going to get a new deck of the Tarot of the Old Path. I love that one because it shows somebody walking away carrying their cups, and like they're leaving a trail of cups for the people up on the mountain that are gossiping behind them to follow them, but they're leaving them back there to gossip and be stagnant, right? It's the energy of recognizing who's stagnant in your life, and there's a lot of victory that can come from this, right? Somebody's definitely, Ten of Cups is that happy home life. That's that happy coming together energy. And there's definitely a victory there with that Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Knight of Wands. Someone's gotten some major enlightenment. The masculine, probably, I'm leaning more towards, just because those are the cards. Y'all, you put the energies where they go. Someone's definitely got a lot of knowledge. They're getting ready to use magic, or they're using magic, whatever variations. Some call it manifestation, whatever it is. If you're manipulating the energies of the universe, honey boo boo, you're using magic. Hi. Right, somebody's trying to create wealth and abundance, right? Four of Swords. There's some great truth that they've come into here. I like that. Some eye-opening experience, right? Someone's making a decision. The Wheel of Fortune is pressing on this person. This King of Swords wants to make a move towards his Queen of Coins. This person is, this King of Swords has gained a lot of understanding, right? I get that he can see this Queen of Coins as kind of going to say opportunity. He's watching her for an opportunity. There's an energy of the Four of Cups here, right? So this person's watching this Queen of Coins for an opportunity. I get the opportunity to make some kind of move. This person's kept themselves held back. They could be addicted to your energy. It's a lot of tears. A lot of tears, right? Yeah, this person's realizing that either where they put an end to this connection or connections that they need to finally put an end to, right? This King of Coins is realizing what? If you want that Queen of Coins, you're going to have to make your own opportunity towards moving towards her, right? You are the one that carries the victory here. It's going to be your judgment that's going to lead the way. It is a lot of burdens, Ten of Wands, Four of Coins, but it's an important part of your foundation. The Three of Coins was knowing that you guys can work together as a team. The Four of Coins is actually putting in the foundation. Seven of Swords, someone has been lying. I get this masculine's dealing with some sort of narcissistic creature as well. We got Six of Swords, because I got the Seven of Swords there. Somebody's been lying. Six of Swords. There's a rite of passage with this Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands could have been using magic against the masculine here, for sure. I said manipulating energy. It might not even just be magic. This person just has a tendency to do shitty things. Lie, manipulate. King of Wands. The masculine is recognizing where his own magic is. Aww. Alright, so I got Page of Wands and Page of Swords. Someone's got something to say for sure. I get that they're casting. I get casting a lot of telepathic messages. They might not be aware of how much energy they're putting on the line here, but they're definitely casting some depth and hardcore magic on this timeline, right? What are they casting for? Four of Wands. I got engagement over marriage with this deck because of that diamond there, right? It's a very strong soul connection here. And I like how this person's, I get that they're coming into this, their own understanding of this, right? They're realizing how all this stuff has been lined up by the Star card here. Five of Swords, there's been some conflicts. This Magician, there he is. Page of Cups. This Magician has a hard time speaking from their heart. Ace of Wands, but they're working on it. Whatever this is so passionate, right? And I get wanting to use their magic. Using their magic to finally be able to speak up about whatever this is. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person. Oh man. They want it so bad, right? They're acknowledging something. They're wanting to deliver a message, right? Oh, I Don't Want to Let You Go is just on the song. Forget You by Parmalee. Right? Somebody's definitely holding on. There's some sort of messages that are getting ready to go on here. Someone's been left out in the cold. They want to come out of the cold. Knight of Cups. Look, setting the bird. This person is casting so much energy and they don't even realize it, right? I get that they don't realize it, right? The High Priestess here. High Priestess could be very aware of all this going on, right? It's like this person's learning 8 of Coins. Working on those skills, right? I love it, right? Working on, see the hammer and the anvil, enlightenment. Oh, right. This is really strongly, for as much as this was on the feminine with that Snow White in the beginning, this whole thing has been about the emperor making a move, getting ready to make a move. Getting ready. I like it. The Two of Wands up here says dominion. Right? Getting ready to take control over their dominion, right? They're coming for their wish fulfillment. Ooh. Let's get a blue card. Feel your freedom. Oh, you're mine. I don't have to make you love me. I just want to take your time. Waste my words. Sorry, new deck. No, not Fallout yet. Shuffle, separate them up. Still technically a full moon though, y'all. interesting. 33, metamorphic. Those butterflies and dragonflies. Metamorphic. Metamorphic. Trapped, hardships, and transformation. This card indicates that you are entering a time of transformation through darkness. Something will occur that will change you in a deep and profound level. There will be a chrysalis stage where you might feel trapped and powerless, but rest assured this is temporary. Soon you will emerge from the dark chrysalis, and like a moth, you will be free to try new things with the wings that you have gained. This can be a tricky card indicating a time of hardship, difficulty, or ill health. Know that you are growing in strength and resilience throughout this process, and that you will be wiser than you were before by the end of it. This is a temporary shadow that hangs over you, and while it can be tough to navigate, I would say negative, to navigate, it won't last forever. Take a tip from the moth and look for the glimmer of light that you get through the darkness. Oh, baby dolls, Dark Night of the Soul, right? That's what that's about, Dark Night of the Soul, right? And it's hard to shine in the daylight. You can't see stars without darkness. And what do stars do? They shine. It's a major time of transformation right now. This being trapped, this being imprisoned, this having to force yourself out, right? I love the story, like when it comes to the caterpillar and stuff like that, it's like that chrysalis stage, it's like you literally almost have to dissolve completely into goo and rebuild yourself on a molecular level, right? Strong message. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all. Be back as soon as I can, I promise.